They thought the ranch was empty. That was the first mistake, rolling past the rusted gate at dawn, laughing at the sagging fence, calling it easy money. The land looked tired the way old things do when they've survived longer than anyone expected. A farmhouse hunched against the wind. Fields stitched with dry grass. A single figure moving slow near the barn, back bent, hair silver beneath a sun-faded hat. Just an old woman, one of them said, already imagining how fast this would be over. They didn't know the land wasn't tired. It was patient. She heard them long before they cut the engine. The crunch of tires on gravel. The wrong rhythm of footsteps. The way voices carry when men believe they're unseen. She didn't turn around. Didn't rush. Just finished tying the gate the same way she had every morning for 20 years, fingers steady, breathing even. Patience had kept her alive once, in places where the sky burned and the nights whispered names you never forgot. The first shock came not as a bang, but as silence, sharp, absolute, when the lead man dropped mid-step, confusion frozen on his face as if the thought hadn't reached his brain yet. The others scattered, shouting, swearing, firing wild into the fields. They had guns. They had numbers. They had no idea where the shot came from. She shifted position, rifle settling into her shoulder like an old promise. The scope framed the world the way she'd always seen it, angles, distance, wind. The ranch fell quiet except for panicked breathing and the far-off crows lifting from the trees. She moved when they paused, when fear made them hesitate. That hesitation was everything. Another man went down near the truck, leg shattered, screaming for help that didn't come. A third dropped his weapon and ran, boots slipping in the dirt he hadn't learned to read. The land knew him, though. It guided him into a shallow ditch he never saw, where the grass was taller and the angle was wrong. She didn't rush the last two. Rushing was for the young. One tried to burn the barn. The flame caught for half a second before a shot punched the can from his hand and sent him sprawling. The other raised his gun toward the farmhouse, shaking so hard his finger betrayed him. The round shattered a window. Inside, nothing moved. Outside, everything did. She stepped into view then, not as a threat, not as a legend, just as an elderly woman with dust on her boots and calm in her eyes. The rifle stayed low. Her voice carried easy across the yard. Leave, she said. Or lie where you are and wait. They saw it then. Not the weapon. Not the bodies. The look. The one you only recognize when it's too late, the look of someone who has already survived worse than you can imagine. They left. Crawled, dragged, stumbled away from the ranch, from the quiet, from the woman who watched them go until the dust settled and the birds came back. She locked the gate behind them. Checked the fences. Fed the animals. Later, when the sun leaned west, she sat on the porch with a cup of tea and listened to the wind move through the fields like it always had. The world had tried her once, long ago. It hadn't learned, and out here, on land that remembered everything, neither had she.